Whoops, where that folder? That's all good. That's really cold. Alright, let's begin. Welcome to the semi-final cast of Team Unrivaled vs Confederation. The winner moves forward to play the winner of All Inspiration and CT6. And the losers play a consolation match this coming week as well. CTL's a best of 9 Pro League style, ranging with leagues ranging from bronze to diamond. We've only got gold, platinum, diamond for most weeks though, because bronze players are hard to retain. Games to play throughout the week. Should be a good game. Confederation been very impressive this season so far. The newcomers to the block, as you would say. And Unrivaled, the perennial contenders. They've won it 4 times. They haven't been able to get to the final dance the last 2 seasons, and so we shall see if this is the season for them to return to their former glory. We have a gold match to start us off. Oh, I haven't done the maps. Let's just quickly update the maps, because I didn't do that. as I'm running a little bit late because I slept in mostly, and I had to do my dinner because I'm having a slow cooked curry tonight, and I flat out forgot to do it. So that's a thing. Whoops! I just closed the tab I want. So I'm going to quickly update these maps for the stream before we get going, because that's annoying me. I knew I'd forget something. It was just inevitable. Maps, semi-finals, Unrivaled, starts at Zelnaga. Daybreak Cloud, Shakuris, Akalon. Now I go Caverns. Ace best of 3 is on Hana. File, save. Maps. Huzzah! Oh, let's see. That's really low. There we go. Nope, that won't work. There we go. Yes. Ready to go. We shall get into the first game. Dayton Streber vs Aruthor? TVP on Metalopolis. Should be a good one. Get into this game. As we have spawning in the bottom left of Metalopolis, it is Confederation's Protoss Aruthor. I'm going to go with Aruthor. And in the top right, the legendary caster himself, it is Dayton Streber from Unrivaled. As this SCV is moving out already, and that is very suspicious. Super early. Especially on this rally. Oh, he's rallied quite odd. Looks like we're going to probably... Oh, we have a second SCV as well. There apparently is a quick pause going on. Usually this kind of timing means some kind of like 888, like with Reapers, but the second SCV is confusing. So I'm not sure. But there's definitely going to be some kind of proxy barrack shenanigans going down. He has his depot down. He almost has 150 minerals. He should be seeing a barracks come down any second. There's a barracks. If he takes gas, then it's obviously going to be Reapers, but it looks like there's not going to be any gas. He's approaching 75 now. With the second SCV already patrolled here, I imagine it's going to be a second barracks. It might just be flat out Marines, which is just super, like, it's not even like an 11-11, it's like a 8-9. And the Protoss, he has scouted the wrong base, so I'm unsure how prepared he is for this map. He is cross spawns only, but he does come in and scout. He doesn't see anything but the depot. Sees a low SCV count as well. I'm not sure if that will trigger anything in him to realise that something's not right. And he doesn't see a barracks though, so we'll see if he probably stays out of gas for a little bit and starts chronoing into this gateway when it finishes. He's scouting around in the base to make sure there's no kind of hidden barracks. Expect him to probably come down here and scout next. Dayton Streber's barracks are finished, and he's stuck into the base without being seen as well. He doesn't see this at all. There's a bunker there. His probe's hiding out in the... I like that he's hiding in the Fokker wall. If he chucks a pilot down here, he can counter pretty hard if he holds this. I don't see this game going too long. There's Marines. I think ACV is just hiding. This bunker still... He's just got no vision of his ramp at all. He's getting a forge. I'm not sure if this is going to be for cannons or... I assume for cannons. There's a little bit of glyph there. Still does not see this bunker. He is getting cannons. And I like that choice because he is expecting some kind of aggression, but it's not protecting this stuff. This is the critical stuff here. If he can get in range of this gateway and Nexus, it's kind of just over. As in come the Marines. He sees a cannon. Oh, he's bunkering on the low ground as well. That's very cute. Those cannons are really going to shut that bunker down the low ground. But Dayton Streber is focusing down the cannons. He kills one. And Aruthor needs to pull probes with this. Like, he needs to... he can buy time all he wants, but... Looks like this pylon's been forced down, which means this cannon's going to be useless. He's now going to pull the probes and try and fight with them. Danish Shooter micros back, kills a few probes. Needs to focus his pylon, gets his pylon, so this cannon means nothing now. He's going to put a few marines into this bunker as well. He's got the high ground vision. Good control of the probes there, he gets all the marines on the high ground, so this bunker can't actually shoot up at the moment. He's still got a 5 worker lead, he's coronaing out a mothership core, which I think is actually, would have actually preferred like a stalker corona out. Because stalker you can just kite for days against marines. Against low numbers of marines at least. Danish Shooter trying to work on this pylon, unsure if he's going to get it done. He does get the pylon down very, very closely. He doesn't have high ground vision though, so his bunkers again can't fight. Danger falls back to the bunker. A stalker would have been so good. Instead of warp gate, a stalker would have been amazing. This fight. This marines, this militia core is so very low. His bunker's about to go down. He gets out of there. Really can't be fighting against that cannon. Doesn't have enough marines. But he can fight here. This militia core getting very close to having a photon overcharge. Oh, I have a phone call. That's not good. Marines microing back. A lot of probes being killed so far. 7 probes. 10 SCVs. So tight. He's still got a 5 worker lead though. I really think Aruthor could have handled this a little bit better. If he had got a stalker out, he could be kiting these marines. Photon overcharge does go down now, so he's still going to try and focus his pylon. He's going to get the he's got the pylon, so no more gateways, no more units for a while. That's my surgeon. That's interesting. We're in a bit of a lull because Dayton Shooter can't really fight into this. He can't fight into the photon overcharge. Oh, need to pull those guys back. He's still building 2 marines at a time. He has money to build 2 marines at a time. He hasn't actually built a second supply depot. He's getting gas now as well. I don't know, Kev. I think he's going to get us hopefully a stalker here. He has the money for it. I really think cannons are a bad choice. Needs a stalker. Stalker is just getting a second gateway now. Stalker just changes everything in this game. This mothership core can't fight. There's not much health on it. He's finally getting a stalker now, but I think it's just too late. Like there's 5 marines. He can kite 5 marines with good control. I think the first cannon needed to be protecting this gateway until he got a stalker out. Needs to pull these hurt marines back, get his healthy ones at the front. We're trying to do the best he can. He loses another pylon. He's not supply block though, which is good. This Danish was going to get this lone pylon again. Well, it did have a brother, but it got fought off. So no more warp hymns either. This gateway is going to be a bit useless as well. 2 stalkers. 1 stalker against 9 marines and a mothership core. Mothership core goes down. Stalker so close to going down. Danish Shooter can start getting probes. The worker count is even. He might have actually done this. This very cheeky build. GG's called. Aruthor has not held it. Danish Shooter has taken a 1-0 lead for Unrivaled. Very good game. GG. GG. Result 1. File save. Is there a place when I can watch the VODs? Yeah, the VODs will be on this channel. They'll be saved under highlights whenever I get around to it, pretty much. So there's a link on the Chobo Team League website as well to like all the replays and VODs and shit like that. So it'll be there. Don't worry if you can't watch now. So we will just update the scores. Good game from Dayton Shooter. Very cheeky build. It wasn't even like Reapers. Like that Metalopolis is such a very, very good map for Reapers. And that wasn't what he did. He just went straight up like 8, 9 barracks. It wasn't like even an 11-11. It's very, very interesting. I think it's a not correct reaction from Aruthor. Really needed to corona that Stalker out. Because Stalkers are just kite marines in low numbers forever. So our next game, Don Jimbo versus Startail Bob on Ohana. There's a Protoss. Let's hope we see an Immortal Sentry all in. There's Startail Bob, the captain of Confederation. Don Jimbo, an admin with the league. So we have shift 1 sporting up in the top left hand side of Ohana. It is Unrivaled's Protoss Don Jimbo. And in the bottom right, from Confederation, their captain, Star-tailed Bob. Star-tailed Bob. Nice guy. Nice guy. Always friendly to chat with on Skype. Had a few dealings with him. And Don Jimbo, the perennial favourite admin. Nice guy. Solid Protoss. Solid Platinum Protoss as well. Won a lot of games for Unrivaled. So now on this game, no proxy barrack shenanigans. So we're at least going to get a pseudo macro game, hopefully. Normal gate. Oh, that's actually 10 gate. Very early gateway from Don Jimbo. I wonder. It's kind of which with the chrono of that I don't think it is now. There's kind of two options here. You can like with this early 10 gate, you can get his quickest. You'll get his quick cybernetics core, and you can chrono out a stalker, zealot, mothership core, and go and try and harass the Protoss, the Terran in the front, or you can get a really fast Oracle. It's super fast. It'll kind of depend on what his probes do. Both have very like you need a bunker at the front to hold that zealot, stalker, mothership core, and obviously marines and turrets in the mineral lines to hold that. Star-tailed Bob, the gas first. So it's going to be very aggressive. And gas first is generally pretty okay, especially if you go Widow Mines against a starport. You'll generally have a Widow Mine out. And whilst Widow Mines can be quite random, they can also be quite successful shutting down some kind of Oracle play. And with this probe movement out here, I think it's definitely going to be Oracle. Just where this guy's going, he's going to pop down a proxy pylon, chuck down his Stargate. Only two in that gas there. As you can see, Star-tailed Bob is scouting out, and he will find it. His rally is set to find it. This SCV is here. Sees no second pylon. There should be a second pylon at this stage of the Protoss. So you would think he'd feel pretty confident that it is going to be Oracle. All kind of signs point to it. It's just a matter of him finding it. I think it's a bit of a mistake that he's searching this side first. If you're going to proxy Oracle, it's probably going to be like here, or if it's going to be like here, or somewhere on this side of the map, because it's just so fast to get to the worker line of the Terran. SCV, scanning out, make sure there's no fast nexus or something silly like that, but with the double gas, it's kind of not possible. He's chroning out a zealot and warp gate. This SCV is going to see the probe, but either way, this Stargate's been spotted. Right there. Stargate is being spotted. He's going to try and knock down this pylon. He might actually get this pylon. I would have liked to see that second pylon actually powering this Stargate as well. Would be very helpful. And Star-tailed Bob is going for the double Widow Mine. So he's hoping for the randomness of the mines to kind of hold this for him. If you can hide them in good places, kind of like hidden behind refineries and behind the command center where the Protoss can't see it, then they can be very successful, because the mine does pop up just before it shoots, and because the oracles are super fast, they can generally avoid it if you're babysitting your oracles very well. In comes the first oracle. First mine's not out, so this is going to do some kind of damage. He needs to kind of lead. Yeah. Very good awareness from Don Jimbo not to follow those SCVs. It's kind of like, I'm not sure if he knows there's mines, but he probably just assumes that Widow Mines are the answer. He definitely sees them now. He needs to stay on top of his oracles now. He probably going to get a second one and use that one to reveal. Oracles can reveal cloaked and borrowed units and all that kind of stuff. When he gets his second one out, he can kind of find his way through a minefield. There is 3 now? 4 mines. Where's the fourth? The front door, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 in this area. Oh, they're down there. SCV patrolling, just seeing if there is a nexus thrown down, if he's staying in. But he's going with 3 gates, 3 gate oracle, very strong build. He can knock down the front door with this. And even if there was a bunker, oracles just sliced it up pretty quickly. As this Stargate has gone down, this SCV, what a hero. What an actual hero. Hellions are moving out on the map. We'll probably just see a warp in here. If not, the Hellions might actually turn around because they see all of this. They need to turn around. This Oracle is lighting up for any burrowed widow mines. Good pick up there on the Hellions by a Starter Bob. That supply block on that killed on the pylon is actually kind of hurt Don Jimbo is forcing his Warfins to be quite late on this. That kill on the pylon is actually quite good. Hero SCV served his Terran race proud. And you can see these widow mines, see, and you can the Stalkers kind of outrange the length of the widow mine. And that Invision has actually ended. A lot of Hellions here out of Starter Bob. I'm not sure if he was intending on going some kind of mech composition or if it's just how it kind of opens. I like it though. I love Hellions in this matchup. So he's going to supply Starter Bob as well. Here is already started. He's got a cooldown and another depot on the way. Don Jimbo can probably get this second depot as well from the front door, I imagine. The Stalkers just have such a good range. He's actually going to... Oh, I thought he was going to pick up some Hellions and try and drop. Gets Widow Mine. These Hellions are good. These Hellions kind of need to get in the face of the Stalker though. Just to use the Stalkers. That's kind of the best way to use Hellions in a fight. Is just to get right on top of the Stalkers. Utilize that Hellion splash damage to kind of hit everything at once. And the Hellions don't have much splash damage, but they got enough to make a difference. This Widowmine going off on the Zealot, which is very nice, but not on the Stalker's shields. If Widowmine can get a massive shot on these Stalker shields, it's going to be really amazing. He's not really utilising these oracles to shoot, just at the moment. Starter Bob is hanging on quite well. These Stalkers are bunched up. He has a Banshee. Cloak is on the way, but I'm not sure that was the wisest investment. He's going to lose his factory, and that's going to hurt him, his production, quite a bit. He's trying to repair it. Good Widowmine shot there. Don Jimbo starting to go home. He needs to focus fire this Banshee. He's healing up that factory. That is super important. He can't afford to lose his factory. Void Ray is out now as well. We'd like to see a Viking from Startail Bob, just because of the range of the Viking, just to kind of push stuff back. Some solid one-base shenanigans though from Don Jimbo. This is interesting. This is the problem with Widow Mines, is because they're so random. The Protoss can like slowly fight their way through it. Oh, it does lose an Oracle, which is very good for Startail Bob. It only has one Oracle left, and that one doesn't have the energy to detect at the moment. This Banshee can have a field day. He probably just doesn't realise it that he can at the moment. There is no energy for Envision. That's what the spell's called. There you go. Yeah, now he's starting to go. Oh, let's be careful as Widowmine. So close. Second Void Ray on the way. Even Viking can at least contest the Void Rays enough. I don't think a single Viking can beat two Void Rays in a straight up fight. But it's enough just to push them back. You can kind of just hold out here on the ramp. He knows the Protoss hasn't expanded. Another Envision spell from this Oracle. But now with this Viking, you can kind of push the Oracle back. Widowmine's going off. This Void Ray doing a lot of work. That range of that Envision is so massive. Look at this. Oh! Widowmine's getting some kills. This probe going to sacrifice its life. There's just Widow Mines for days. They just knock off so much shields as well every time they go off. It is a little bit OP. I hope they don't nerf it. It loses his factory. He has a second one. Gee, a tank would be so good as here as well. Well, Widow Mines are going off, but I think it's just too many Stalkers now. Too many Stalkers and Void Rays. The Widow Mines are on cooldown. He doesn't have anything to reveal him right now. This is his opportunity to really get damage done. Focus down that Viking very quickly. And I think he's done it. There's a healthy probe there. Only 10 probes, yeah. There's only Widow Mines left. Now, Widow Mines are burrowed, which is nice, but there's SCVs. He's getting the command center. Needs to focus his command center, get it burning. There's actually 2 command centers. I don't think that actually matters. And he just doesn't have the the army to fight. And that's the kind of the problem with going factory units sometimes, is that you're limited on what you can build. If you don't have that 3 barracks production, there's just this finite amount of units you can actually build. Killing all the depots in the factory. The CCs are lifted and they are getting healed, which is nice. And there is these Widow Mines, but with Envision he can kind of just, the Stalkers outrange the Widow Mines, so he doesn't need to get in the range to fight them. Oh, Widow Mine does go off. Doesn't want to lose this Oracle. He does lose the Oracle, so Widow Mines have free range. This Banshee has free range as well. But there are Void Rays, and apart from these 3 mines, there's nothing that shoots up for Star Tower Bob. And GG's called. Don Jimbo takes the win for Unrivaled. Takes him up 2-0. Good games, good games. Apparently he was in this replay for quite a while. Good games. Score 2-0 for Unrivaled. Take a nice early lead in this best of 9. Off to a very good start. I should post an Unrivaled. Okay. Defense Strata. I don't know about this, but it's not in my recent play. I think the guy hosting it said no message or something. Go into where your replays are saved. You should be able to find it. Yeah, there's a replay missing. I'm talking to Defense Strata. Replay. Either way, I'm going to have a quick break because I have to call my surgeon back because he just called me. I'll be like 2 to 3 minutes. Mike's muted. Sorry about that. I'm having surgery on my finger on Friday. I was calling to confirm the times. But I have to go in. I have to go in for an appointment tomorrow morning to talk to the anaesthesiast or something. I don't know. Silly stuff. Anyway, 2-0 Unrivaled. Game 3. Roxas, Little Tramp on... Those maps are wrong. That's annoying. Oh well, I can't be stuffed anymore. Roxas versus Fleet. He didn't play Little Tramp. Ah, that's okay. ZVZ nonetheless. On Daybreak, we shall get into this game. ZVZ, favourite matchup. Not my favourite matchup, my most hated matchup actually. Roxas spawning in the top right of Daybreak from Confederation. It is Fleet, and the pink Zerg in the bottom left hand side from Team Unrivaled. It is Roxas. Very, very good Zerg. Probably the best CVT I've actually seen, to be honest. He is, especially against mech, he is an amazing ZVT against mech. I've seen him beat Metalcore a few times, and Metalcore probably has the best mech TVZ. Probably had some of the best TVZ actually in all of Turbo Team League, as far as at least win rates go. But yeah, and Roxas has beaten him. So, but this is ZVZ. Always a fun matchup. We'll see what the players do, if they're going any kind of early pool shenanigans, or if it's just going to be a normal expand into pool, into gas kind of thing, or if it's going to be gasless. The choices are endless for ZVZ. This Overlord staying back home. That's interesting. This Overlord staying here as well. I always thought you sent your second Overlord to the third on this map straight away. Just goes straight there because he gets this pathway as he goes, so he sees if anything's been snuck around. And his first Overlord goes, checks the natural, and pulls back to here. And if your second Overlord's here, it can see anything that's sneaking out on both pathways. I don't know. That's just me, I guess. And Roxas kind of delayed. I don't know. Been watching a lot of Moonglade stream. That's what he does. That's what I've started doing. Both players. Different timings on the pool. It's gas. Pull gas hatch from Fleet, and Roxas went the pull first. Sorry, hatch gas pull from Fleet. Pull first from Roxas into the later hatchery, but kind of all works out in the end. Fleet will just have his speed a little bit faster. Roxas will have his queens a little bit faster. That's kind of the trade-off. All in all, it just kind of works out evenly in the end. And Roxas Overlord is kind of now out of position. If there were lings to sneak out, he would not see them. Not really sure about that, to be honest. Not really sure. This Overlord does come in. Did see the gas? Did see the gas. Couple of lings on the way. Speed is a little bit faster for Fleet, which was kind of expected, but I don't think it'll have too much of a bearing on this game. Quick bailing nest for Fleet though, that is something interesting. He has the quicker speed and the much faster bailing nest. He's building a significant amount of lings as well. Going up to 6, going to 8 total. 10 more on the way, a lot of lings on the way actually. And Roxas does scout this unusual amount of lings so far. If he can live long enough to see these lings pop as well, that's going to be really good for him. Sees the bailing nest, should start his own bailing nest. Has a queen in a good position, hidden between these two. Actually, he's going to bring these down probably onto the wall, I think. Needs to start his own lings. And Lings are streaming across the map. Roxas is going to try and get something done real early in this game. Speed's almost finished. They've only got the 16 drones. Still building more Lings behind this, so no more drones. Speed is done. As these banelings are beginning. There is a spine crawler down. Speed is finished for both players. The baneling nest is finished for Roxas as well. These Lings begin the knife fight that is Ling banelings. Pretty good connections there from Fleet. There's a few Lings. Good focus fire from the Queens trying to get that baneling. Oh, very well held there from. Only a few Lings left, but the reinforcements of Roxas should be enough to hold this. These Lings pop out. Spine crawler is out. Almost has enough for a transfuse as well. Builds a few more banelings just for safety. Probably expecting some banelings back here, which there are. I think cancels those banelings. I think Roxas has held this quite well. Has a very good drone count. Sneaking in 6 more drones as well. Units, 9 drone lead. Only down a couple of Lings, but has those banelings as well. And Roxas has held this aggression quite well. He has a healthy drone lead, has a spine crawler, has Queens. It's 3 Queens? 3 Queens. 1 off spreading creep. He doesn't really need to put any more aggression on. He can feel fine just droning up behind this. Nice healthy drone lead. Roxas is still building a lot of Lings actually. Roxas going up to lair now. Probably going to throw down Roach, double Evo. Create a nice little choke here. Or just single Evo. Alright. I was wrong. No, double Evo. Yeah, I was about to say. With the double Evo so I can have a nice little choke here for the eventual Ling run in. As these Lings are scouted. He's going to run by with these Lings. That's a very good move. If he can kill the Queens, it's going to really stop the inject, stop the production. There's Evo, there's Roach run, there's a Spine, there's Banelings back here as well. He's actually turned around. There's Ling run by doing a lot of work. Hasn't killed any drones yet, but both the Queens are down. The reinforcing Lings aren't really enough to clean this up, and now drones can start to be killed. It would have been real cute if he actually snuck a Ling off or 2 and made some Banelings. Either way though, this attack has really lost all its potency. He's lost a drone, I think, maybe 2. But he's all the way across the map. It gives Roxas plenty of time to defend. He has multiple Banelings, has Queens in a choke. Getting Roaches, getting Roach speed, has a Spine, enough for transfuse. I think this attack probably won't really do much. There's no other option for Fleet though, he can't just go and take a 3rd here. He's got 3 Banelings back here. He doesn't have much gas from anymore though. Oh. He gets all the connections on the Banelings. It's just no Banelings left, only Lings. And Lings and Roaches do hold. Roxas feel pretty safe. Can go across the map now and kill him really, or he can go take a 3rd and drone up behind it. Fleet building more Lings. It's really his only option is to keep building Lings and Banelings. He can't really drone up because Roxas is sending more units across the map. And this is why ZVZ is brutally unforgiving sometimes. There's Roaches out, and GG's called. Roxas takes the win for UnRivaled. Goes up 3-0. Oh, that's not what I want. GG. Oops, 3. Good game from Roxas. Still don't have this replay. Good games. Good games. We have... Oh, that save. There we go. PVZ up next. Cobalt and Burn. Cobalt game, there we are. On Blink Kingdom. Let's get this game going. Gold match for this matchup. Actually, get into that pretty blue. Spawning in the top right hand side of Cloud Kingdom, it is Team UR's Cobalt, and in the bottom from Confederation, it is Burn, the Protest player. That blue is so very deep. Look at that blue. I love it on the hatch actually. That's what's really cool. Love Game Heart when they use it. It's so much more prettier. Look at that. ZVP. Pile on the high ground for Burn. Probably going to see some kind of gateway expand with that kind of pylon placement. Going to see Forge generally on the low ground 9 times out of 10. Same with if you're going to go Nexus first. First pylon's generally on the low ground. Probe scanning out that normal time straight off that pylon. See if he's going to try and pylon block this kind of expansion, or if he sees a hatch first, he might actually throw down a Forge and try and cannon. I don't think so though. This rally, expect to see a gateway here. Yeah, gateway first. Nice and standard. Scouting out, looking for this pull first. You will see that pull first. You like his gateway opening, like where he's sitting, I think, Burn. Gateway opening, very strong. Drone trying to push this probe away. Cobalt adding on a few drones, probably put down his expansion in a second. See if Burn tries and delays this for a little bit with the dance. Looking not to, probably just going to go off to this watchtower or something. Cobalt going to expand. Bang. Nice and standard PVZ. Cybercore. Followed by a Nexus in a second. As soon as he has the money for it. Quicker gas out of Cobalt. We'll look to get that speed up nice and early. It's not staying the gasless until like the 6 minutes 30 kind of timing that is common in ZVP. Probably look to get 100 gas and then probably just pull straight out of it just so you can have link speed. Have a nice solid presence on the map and we'll feel safe against the gateway opening of Burn. This probe is off in a cute little spot for some kind of proxy pylon shenanigans. This Nexus is spotted straight away by the Overlord and he'll push off. Now, Queen's on the way. Ooh. Mothership core as well from Burn. As he's sticking on one gas. A little bit of downtime until we can find out the Protoss player's tech of choice. Let's see if he goes for some kind of Stargate opening, or if he goes Twilight or Robo, or maybe throws down a few more gates and tries to get something done with some gateway pressure. As I say that, another 2 more gates thrown down. A bit difficult to get some kind of gateway pressure down with this pull first, and he is staying in gas as well, so Cobalt can throw down the Roach Warren and kind of fend off any kind of early pressure. There is 4 gates coming down. Is it? Overlord see that? Overlord sees one of them. Needs to poke in and get a better read on this wall. Or even just have some lings out on the map. Cobalt's lings are kind of just sitting back here at the moment, not doing anything. They need to be off scouting for proxy pylons and for this front of the wall. See if there's a Forge spinning or if there's a Stargate in the wall, something like that. Does have the Roach Warren though, which is what he needs to kind of push back this 4-gate aggression. There's still no proxy pylon out. And Chrono is going into the gateway, so Burn is looking to get something done with this. The Lings are moving out now. They're on a bit of a Bit of a patrol. Where's that patrolling to? I like this patrol actually, that's kind of cute. Needs to get some things down around like this side of the map though. Like I know the pylons are there, it's obvious, but that's where the pylons will be. They'll be either down there or they'll be like down here or like up here or something. He still doesn't know about these gateways. Sees gateway, the warp gate is done, but doesn't see how many gateways there are. He is building lings and roaches blindly, which is going to be really good. And he's on 2 base. He hasn't taken a quick third or anything like that. He's on 2 base. And he does see this pylon, needs to turn these roaches around, realizing that something is going down. As the zealots are coming in, he does turn the roaches around now. And lings generally don't do too well against zealots. The zealots can just buffer these lings for ages. He has pushed this back enough though. Another round of zealots. He's turning these roaches around. It's really not what he wants, unfortunately. The Mothership Core can kind of just kill these roaches for days, and there's photon overcharge. He's building more lings, but lings aren't the answer. He's pulled off gas. He doesn't have the gas to build any roaches. All these roaches are over on the other side trying to kill this, but that's a good walk in actually. Kind of surrounds the roaches. These lings are not fighting all at the same time either. Need to get at least some surrounds on the zealots. He's pushing these back, but it's not cost efficient enough. The roaches are, slow roaches are moving away now. Still more zealot warped in for burn. Cobalt's still rallying roaches across. He's sending these lings across the map now as well. I think this is a little bit of a mistake. Maybe trying to get this pylon. The lings are in. You can actually get the lings up into the main. There's this void ray on the way. The void ray's going to shut everything down. Another zealot is running in here. And he's going to get this queen. He's going to stop injects. There's no 3rd queen. There's only 2 queens. Very, very odd game, this one. 12 probes have gone down. This void ray will clean everything up, though. He actually walled off that pylon. That's very smart. Everything close. He's got these lings out the front, but the zealots, the Mothership Core, the void ray, more lings coming across the map, but not enough. Need to get some more queens out. Some range units to defend these zealots. Lings get in again, but I don't think they'll be able to get much done. Good warp in there to block the lings from the main. Not even any. It's gonna get 1, 2, 3 probe kills. 4, 5. Probably made the best of a bad situation there. Really shouldn't have got any. Oh, that probe, lucky to be alive. He's back in gas, which is good. Because he needs lair, and he's down in workers, he's down in army. It's never a good sign. He's just lost way too much to this aggression. Unfortunately, Cobalt. Well, he tries to take a 3rd, and these lings are finally coming across here to clean up these pylons, which is good. There's not much to contest these void rays and oracles though. He can build spores, but he just can't afford to lose the drones at the moment. He's down in workers. He's getting double evo. Just really doesn't have the gas for that. Just really needs to start mining gas. I think it was a warp in there, some zealots maybe. It's good work by these lings, cleaning up these pylons. This oracle is moving out now. And that might be the sealer, because he knows there's Stargate, but there is no spores yet. Spores are a little bit too late. Only 1 queen in the natural, 1 in the main. This oracle might be the end of it. And he starts focusing drones. 4, 5. He'll start focusing. I think he'll get the queen. He needs to probably focus on drones. Or maybe we'll get the queen once it's slow and creep. He does get the queen. Start some overlords. Sorry. not overlords. Spore crawlers. This Oracle with 8 drawing kills and a severely weakened queen actually that got transfused. That's good. Either way, it's just drones he can't afford to lose. He has Lair. Voiders are focusing down this third now as well. That third is not going to live. He cannot contest that. Needs Hydralisks really badly. And they're just so far away. And they're so far away from being effective as well because he doesn't have the speed upgrades for the Hydralisks. He does get this third. He's floating a bit of money so he can retake another base. But Burns getting more vertebrates, getting Robo to go up to Colossus, I imagine, getting +1, getting charge on the Zealots, all the tools he needs to fight Hydralisks. The supply count's tell the story though, just not enough drones. Another Spore Crawler. He needs to just build units, he's just not building units at the moment. Has the money and the production. Needs to build a massive round of drones. I think Cobalt might be a little bit shell-shocked here. Because he has the money, he has the supply, and he's got a lot of lava. And he has 24 lava. He can rocket that drone count right back up. Straight away. Spend all his bank on drones. He might just be a little bit shell-shocked here. There's some drones production, just 6. Injects are good though. Is Oracle going to try and smash down this third? I'm not sure that's going to work. Not sure that's going to work, unfortunately. Here's a Void Ray, cleaning up the Overlords. Cobalt is in a bit of a supply block. Hydralisks are on the way, which is going to be very good for him. Like he's got his rallies sorted out as well. It shows that he's probably hotkeying his eggs. At least controlling where his overlords go. They're all going on the same spot, which is very good. More Void Rays. There are Hydras now, which is super good. Burn is taking a third with the generic pylon spam, no real planning out. These Hydras probably can contest these 3 Void Rays, to be honest. There's no upgrades. +1/+1 is pretty much finished. Yeah, it pushes these Void Rays back. It's well done by Cobalt there. He can start to drone up again and defend this third base. He's still down, it's a long way back, but Colossus are on the way. More Void Rays. Does have these drones. He's got an even work account. He gets another round of drones. Can sneak another round of drones out before Burn attacks. He can really get back into this game. I think Burn's really letting him back in this game as well. A lot of gateways. Actually a really cool gateway wall. I like that a lot. He's not going to be able to get out of this base, but Lings can run by, but there is very solid wall as far as walls go. It's a good way to spend your bank right there. 1-1 is done. 2-2's on the way. Roach speed and Hydra speed on the way. Yeah. Yeah. Roach speed and Hydra speed. What is it? Carapace. Yeah, not much to say. Both players just kind of sitting back. As Cobalt takes a 4th. Has things on the map. He hasn't seen the 3rd yet. Still working on those overlords, working on those drones. Burns getting up on to Archons, which is super nice. Actually, where's his Templar Archive? If he has Archons, where's his Templar Archive? That's weird. Oh god, oh god, oh god. What did I do? I'm not sure what I just did there. Sorry, I've been distracted. I'm still confused about how he has Archons with no Templar Archive. It's not my imagination. I can't see it. These Hydras are moving across the map. Oh, he's got DTs. Where's his Dark Shrine? There's Dark Shrine. Ah, there we go. Don't mind me. Just killing time. Not sure what this army is doing. But yeah, this army of the Zerg really not going to be able to do much. There's, what, 4 Vordrays, 3 Colossus. There's this amazing wall of gateways and cannons. This Photon Overcharge was real well done from Burn, but he can take this fight. A lot of charge lots. He has +2 against 2/2, which is good for Cobalt, but just the Colossus are really uncontested. Needs Vipers or Corruptors or both really. And he just doesn't have the economy to do that. Still down on workers. Burn can now go and really just attack and kill Cobalt. As we just sit and wait, really, for him to go and attack. So the general Gold League mindset, they sometimes just don't know how far ahead they are. There's the game sense is kind of just lacking a little bit. He comes in and attacks his 4th. You should see this army and should take a fight here. He wants to get a time warp down right here would be nice as well. Can knock down this 3rd. There's even DTs here and there's no detection. The DTs themselves could probably do a lot of damage. He's pulling back now, I'm not entirely sure why. He doesn't have any zealots to buffer, doesn't have a pylon. He's killed the 3rd and he's going home. Frustrating. That's +2. +3 is almost finished. A few idle pros, but does have this new 4th base up ready to go pretty much. And Cobalt is getting an army, but it's just not an army that can kill this. He needs Vipers or Corruptors, or both really. Another really cool war from Burn. Which needs some cannons in here maybe, but big Zealot warp in. Enough to really buffer against for these Colossus to just wreck face. Process army moving out. Just go and attack. Go and attack. Swarm hosts. Ah, that's cool, but it's just not the economy and doesn't really have the creep spread to back that up, or the 5 bases. Burn's gonna take this fight. Cobalt, GG's out. That's score screen. Interesting. GG from Burn. He puts Confederation onto the board with that solid win. That 4-grade aggression, just very strong. I think Cobalt, if he had just left his Rogers at home, he would have been fine. It's unfortunate for him. Good games though, good games. Long game. I think an unnecessarily long game, but nevertheless. We're at 3 run. We have Giggle Smirk versus Apogee on Shakuris Plateau. We shall get into this game now. I still don't have defense strategies replay. Spawning on the bottom left of Shakuris from Confederation, it is Gil Smirk, and in the top right from Unrivaled, it is Apogee. Catchy. Oh, this is the game I observed. Can you post a link? Yeah, I observed this game already, so I kind of already know what happens. So my expert knowledge will be even more expert, I guess. I'm not an expert. Hashtag. Yes, at the time of this, the scores were very close. So everyone wanted to watch it, so I observed it and streamed it for everyone on my channel. Zappagy, Depot first, Parliament first, out of Google Smoke. Apogee prepared for this game a lot of practice. Actually, a lot of all the Unrivaled players practiced a lot, and I imagine a lot of the Confederation players did as well. That was kind of the theme of the week, especially watching all these games and just hearing, is that a lot of players really practiced hard. A lot of gaming was going on, which is good to see. It kind of shows why these two teams are here at the end of all things. Is because they are A, they just have really good players, but B, they work hard. They practice hard. It's kind of the theme, like All Inspiration and CT6, they practice pretty hard as well. Well, most CT6 does. All Inspiration definitely, I know you do practice really hard as well. 12 gas from Apogee. Probably Reaper. Pretty sure it was Reaper. Google Smoke. Scouting out. Scout's the wrong way first, but... Well, Scout's the wrong spot first, but it's the right way to scout, I should say. You always scout this spot first. Getting Gateway. Probably a Cybercore. And yeah, just a single gas. Faster expands. The Reaper is on the way from Apogee. Google Smoke getting the Zealot, not skipping the Zealot, so staying pretty safe. He might cancel it at the end to get that faster expand up, but not being too greedy with the skipping of the Zealot so far, at least building it. I didn't actually expect to cancel. He might, yeah, he did cancel. Very good from Google Smoke. Nice and smart. This Reaper is derping out a little bit. Oh, this probe. So I reckon he does turn around and get that probe, though. I think the probe betrays himself, yeah. He flies, comes back to the Reaper. Please kill me, please kill me. He doesn't really get any information. Command center's on the high ground. So he doesn't know if it's going to be some quick barracks follow-up or if it's a quick factory. Like, he probably does know that it's not a quick factory because there is the Reaper. It doesn't know the order of these three buildings, which kind of depends on it if you want to be defensive or if you feel safe getting up this nexus and not chroning out units, but he is chroning out this stalker instead of probes because he just doesn't know. Could be some heavy aggression follow-up. Reaper scouted the wrong spot first as well. He's coming in now. He scouts, he sees the gateway, sees the magic core, sees the stalker. Sees the gas, clicked on the gas, I'm pretty sure. Saw the blue circle around. This Reaper does get out, does live with 2 health. Lucky guy. Robo is the choice from Google Smoke. Nice and safe. Generally the safest way to play is go gate core, Nexus Robo. It's pretty standard bread and butter PVT out of Google Smoke here. He's going to be able to get some observers out, get some map vision, find out what's going on. A quick forge from Google Smoke. That is... It's not greedy as such, it's just... It can be greedy if it goes unpunished. That forge before Gateway 2 and 3 is generally a little bit greedy. Assuming he uses the forge to get upgrades. The observers are on the way. Is this Reaper coming back? No, it's just sitting out the front. This Reaper needs to get back in the base and confirm the tech of Giggle Smoke. Whether it's Twilight, whether it's Robo, whether it's extra gateways to put on some pressure. There's Apogee getting stim. A lot of Marines sitting here. Very paranoid about Oracle. He hasn't lifted to the low ground. Nor is this command center building SCVs at the moment either. Might not be able to afford it, yeah. Yeah, getting a factory before even going to the low ground, and not even getting a second gas yet. No upgrades either. Oh, I missed that Reaper die. But the Reaper did not see anything. So Apogee is completely in the blind. Does scan, does see the army. Sees the forge, which is good. But it doesn't see the robo. Sees the forge spinning, so he knows that Giggle Smoke is prioritizing upgrades. But didn't see this robotics bay either. So slightly greedy out of Giggle Smoke, and he is going to get away with it. At least unnoticed. As Apogee does take this low ground expansion now. Gets his second gas. You can get just a Reaper and a probe down so far. Nice and passive game. A lot of gateways from Giggle Smoke. And the Twilight. Probably for +2. Maybe for charge or blink. But he's already going up to 7 gates. Which generally means he wants to put on a lot of aggression with these Colossus. His Colossus are now on the way. I expect Chrono going into just the Colossus and the Forge. A lot of gates. It's well timed out for +2 as well. So this build has definitely been practiced. He stopped building probes now. Pretty good solid 2 base saturation. Just literally 1 extra probe, which you can probably just use to build shit with. Build pylons. And you got 2 extra probes actually. Oh no, 1 extra probe. A lot of stalkers prepared here for some kind of drop aggression. Has his observer out. Sees everything with this observer, which is good. Colossus on the way. Chrono going into. Anyways, oh, he's got a little bit of Chrono banked up. Imagine Chrono's be going into the Forge and the Robo though. A well prepared build. As this observer sees the army move out, there's another observer out the front here ready to spot everything. Scans, comes down, sees the Colossus, sees the Mothership Core, doesn't see these Stalkers, so doesn't know that they exist, but should probably assume. So this observer does see the Medivacs lifting up. So he's well prepared to deny this kind of drop. Even a premature floating overcharge. Doesn't want any damage done. There's Colossus on the way, 3rd one on the way, +2 almost finished, range almost finished. See, Stalkers are ready to catch these Medivacs completely. Apogee does turn around, seeing these Stalkers, which is very good for him. Realising it's not helpful, but he needs to start producing Vikings. He's seen the Colossus, needs to throw down, he does start Vikings, needs to throw down a 2nd starport. Getting barracks 4 and 5 now as well, so he hasn't thrown down that quick 3rd CC, which would be the death of him completely. Giggle Smoke is powering up. Apogee hasn't really been able to get anything done with these drops. A lot of pylons completing, freeing up a lot of supply for warp-ins. 4th Colossus on the way. Giggle Smoke looks to move out. Where's his Mothership Core? This army of Apogee is out in the middle of the map. Takes a not great fight. Needs to kill this probe. Oh, need to kill that probe. If he kills that probe, warp-ins are just so delayed from across the map. These Stalkers are jumping out on the cliff. But the problem is just no Vikings. Only 2 Vikings against the 3 Colossus, soon to be 4 Colossus. Soon to be 4 Colossus. And the 2nd starport is finished, but just needs to start focusing on Vikings. Emergency bunkers coming down. Just not enough though, I think. Big army supply. And it's only got +1. There's +2 for the Protoss. A well executed build. Needs to unload this Medivac. Probes are being pulled. Very good force fields. Sandwiches the army completely. Vikings trying to do their best, but there's just not enough. More good force fields from Giggle Smoke. Very solid 2 base. Not entirely sure it's all in. He has +2. He has a pretty good probe count. Probably can expand out of this, but I guess this Colossus shove, we could call it. And GG called as Google Smirk put some more points on the board for Confederation. Takes them up to 3-2. Good games. I did say mean things about it. No, I didn't say mean things about you, Cobalt. 3-2. Your game's been casted, StarTab Bob. You'll see the games have been casted now as we pop up. Where does I need to update that? I still haven't got. I've been looking, can't find it. I cannot find. I don't have Defense Stratas and Nasties. Defense Strat. Not Strata. Whatever. Still don't have the replay for the Nasty Defense Strata game. Sad face. And this is why I'm definitely pushing for a penalty for next season for not uploading replays. Even though like the Frustrata's on my team, so like we'd be penalised, but it's just so frustrating. Nevertheless, next game, Razzle vs Sirent. Sirent a very strong Protoss. I casted a PvP of him last week, and it was almost embarrassing how strong he was in that matchup. It was originally Polar was supposed to play this game as well. Polar, however, has tendonitis in his wrist and isn't able to play, and that PvP would have been super amazing. Polar is a very, very good Protoss, and Sirent, from what I've seen, has amazing PvP, so it would have been a very good game to watch. Nevertheless, Razzle has replaced Polar. Razzle, very strong Zerg as well, don't get me wrong. He's in for a tough matchup though. Sirent is probably Confederation's best player, I think. From the games I've seen, it's him or their ace android. Oh, scene switcher. As I still haven't. Oh, why did that swing not switch? We have spawning in the bottom right of Accolon. It is the Protoss player Sirent. In the top left from UnRivaled, the Zerg player Razzle. Pylon on the high ground from Sirent in an interesting spot. It's not like back away from it. And he's not probe scouting on that pylon either. Have Razzle scouting out. I assume for some proxy gates. Playing very safe. And drone scouting as well. Probably wanting to throw down a hatch first, I think. With this. Generally with a drone scout, you want to check if it's safe to hatch first. That's generally what you're trying to do. And this is his gateway first from Sirent, so the hatch first will be quite fine. He leaves his overlord back at home as well to check for cannons, which I like. Just sending a single overlord out. The probe is on its way. I think the drone is going out to meet it, perhaps. Yeah, he's actually prematurely attack moving there, but the probe is off scouting. As the drone does come in and see the pylon gateways, sees everything he needs to know. Could probably go home. And pool does come down. No 3 hatch before pool shenanigans. Yes, that's how I agree. I've only seen one game of androids. I've seen a few from. Oh, drones attacking the probe there. I've seen a few from Sirent, and Sirent look very impressive, to be honest. This drone following the probe, which you kind of have to when you hatch first. Like, he does see the gateway though, so you should feel pretty safe that there's no cannons coming down. He's going to take this very early third. We're in for a solid macro game. He might try and pylon block. He's pushing this probe away. He does get the hatch down now. But Sirent is completely aware of what's going on. Let's see what his reaction is. He's going to take this Nexus, and whether or not he throws down an extra 3 or so gates and tries to put on some aggression, try and punish this. There's still no gas taken from Razzle, as I say that. Bam, takes the gas. Loses those monies. Poor drone, lost the money. This drone is off scouting now as well. Did he lose that other drone? He scouts out the Nexus. He's going to try and get a scout off. Sees the cyber cord. Won't see anything else though, I think. Which is a big enough tell as it is. Very active with his drone scouting Razzle so far. Staying nice and safe. First drone goes down to the game. Sirent adding on another 2 gateways. He wants to do a little bit of aggression. Sentry on the way as well. There's Razzle getting up some gas. Now for himself. Yeah, 4 gateways added on, so he's probably going to look to do some aggression. I like this mothership core move out as well. Just scouting the way, making sure this probe can get out safely to what I assume is to build a pylon around here somewhere. He's scouting the watchtower. That's super smart. He's going over the watchtower, make sure that there's nothing there to stop the pylons going down. There's Razzle getting his creep spread. It's just a long way to get creep spread to defend both these bases. This is super difficult to do. This Overlord just sitting here as well. Pylon does come down now. Lings are moving out to scout around, but they're scouting out the wrong side, unfortunately. And actually, Lings do scout out this pylon, so they do find this pylon. This warp gate is done. This pylon will get up, but I'm not sure if anything will get warped in. The Magic Core is looking to defend it. Oh, so close. So close. I just don't think there's actually enough surface area. It does get the pylon eventually. Is the probe? Yeah, the probe is dead. So there's no more pylon across the map. So I think Queens and Lings will be able to push this back enough. Needs to get this creep spread connecting these bases though, just so the Queens have a little bit easier time bouncing back and forth. Another probe out in the map. Probably looking to build another pylon. Where are you off to? Just off here. There's slow Lings. They're probably checking for another pylon actually. Queens are moving out. They're pushing this back enough. And I think this aggression's kind of over. Stargate is on the way. And the Overlord being shoved back by the sentries. They tickle the Overlord forever. More sentries warped in at home. Link speed is done. A lot of Lings on the way. Very low drone count from Razzle. I'm not sure this is going to get much done. Oh, no hold position from the seller. Force field goes down, which is going to buy time. He's kind of got enough force fields for days. Not really much he can do here. I mean, you can whack away at these gateways, but probably not the greatest trades. These Queens need to come back. The Lair on the way. Needs to get that drone count up though. He's very low on drones at the moment. And Oracle is in the way. Needs to. Doesn't have an Overlord to sack to scout this out. Really hasn't seen much of the base. This Stargate's probably going to be a little bit unexpected. It's kind of when you delay tech like that and hit later, you can get so much damage done because it's past the timing that would be reasonably expected. If that makes sense. It's like in the Terran matchup, like in TVT, like a delayed Cloak Banshee can just do so much work. This Oracle will be betrayed by the Watchtower though. Razzle sees it. It should be starting Spore Crawlers immediately. Needs to get these Queens back in a position as well. Oracle actually abandons his mission. I'm not sure if he saw that, to be honest. Sitting in a good spot is Sirent. Razzle's probably looking to set up some kind of flank on these units. Sirent is still on 2 bases. Has some sentries at home. 7 gates. Getting a Twilight and a Robotics Bay. Ling's looking to get us around, encouraging the Zerg on creep. He gets right on top of these sentries. Force fields are a little bit late. This is well held by Razzle. A solid play out of him. And Warp Prism is on the way. He's probably going to load these Zealots up into Warp Prism. Make use of the fact that the Lings are on the other side of the map. They scout out, they see a lack of third. They'll probably check this third as well and then turn around realising, crap, he's still on 2 bases. He might even try and walk down those rocks. Yeah, I expect probably... He's still a low draw count though. Warp Prism on the way. It's going to go unscouted. There's no Overlords in this dead zone to scout out. The Overlords are kind of all sitting at the front not doing anything, which is unfortunate. And these Lings are trying to work down these rocks. Warp Prism still sitting here. Good creep spread from Razzle actually. Lightship Core, trying to harass his queens. I don't think that'll do much though. Just Oracle and Warp Prism though. It's going to get off, and it's going to get off completely unscouted. The Lings are working on these rocks. He's going to try and get into here, maybe get something done. Get on top of these sentries again, which is very helpful. But a massive warping of Zealots at home. And a sentry, oh, he's going to force field the ramp. Oh, does he have how much energy? Not much energy. If he had another sentry there, he could really force field for days. But he's going to get damage done. Kills the queen, he's going to kill a lot of drones. Killed 13 drones so far. The drones, if he had another force field, it would have been so much more damage. Razzle has to turn around. There is a Colossus out. But he's going to lose his lair. The Oracle even killing the lair. There's still no spores. He's seen that Oracle so long ago. He built no spores. Loses his base. I'm not entirely sure that Lings are the answer. Like, he needs roaches desperately, but the roach farm's under attack now. Yes, Zealots are just continually warped in. No roach speed was done. And his Oracle is uncontested. The roach farm is knocked down. Building in the second one, but saves 4 Zealots, which is nice. The Oracle returns home. Void Rays probably out, just probably trying to knock down some Overlords, maybe. Queens are here. This Oracle is spotted as well. Oh no, it's not there. Oh, that's so cute. I thought the Oracle would be spotted on creep. But it's not quite because of these bushes. Razzle moving across the map. Gets his hatch down, so I don't think this pool and Evo will die. The third is completed. The rocks are knocked down. I just don't think he can really do anything about it. The drone count is really lacking for Razzle at the moment. Siren making all the good moves. Has 3 Colossus. Probably wants a couple of Immortals. This is a very heavy roach count from Razzle. Still no roach speed. 48 and Colossus. I think Army is probably a little bit too strong. No upgrades though. As I say, that +1 beginning now. A lot of gateways. 10 gateways. This is Oracle, probably just trying to get off a Revelation on the Army actually. Overlord's been moved back into a better spot. Oh, Revelation. I mean Vision, that's cool. I'll clean up some of this creep. There's a healthy-ish roach count, I just don't think it's enough. Not roach speed either, so it's going to be tough for him to close the distance. His Colossus can push back, yeah. Solid army from this Protoss player. The Warp Prism harassment has really done a lot of economic damage. It's kind of probably done too much damage for Razzle, unfortunately. More Zealots being warped in. Oh, if he can get that base again, it's going to be gross. He's got the pool. Well, the pool has died in the process, so no more Lings from Razzle. He's got no gas for roaches. I actually don't know how much lava. He doesn't really have much lava anyway. And this army from Sirent, very strong, tough to kill. The War Prison does get out with a few Zealots even. Knocking down these rocks, probably going to try and get some kind of surround. It's kind of his best bet really. He'll split up his army, try and hit from multiple sides, but I just don't see that working. And Time Walk coming down, knows where the army is. He can just go and probably take this fight, to be honest. Syrian is supply block. Lost the pylon here. A couple of pylons on the way. Good transfuse on a roach there from the Queen. Just dancing back and forth. There's Colossus raining down on these roaches, which is nice. Oh, there's a warp prism here to warp in as well, which is good. Good transfuses by the Queens. It's just not enough, unfortunately. Needs another base. He has his base back up, but not mining from it. He's really mining from 2 bases, and that's it. Sirent has his 3rd. Saturated. His main's almost mined out. Stargate's unpowered. That's not good. A lot of blink stalkers. Four Colossus. He's maxed out. It's probably time to take a fight. The Zealots attacking this 3rd. They're going to try and force a fight here from the Zerg player. There's a good surround here. Gets good surface area on his fight, but it's too much Protoss. Blink not really being utilised from him, but I don't think it matters, unfortunately. Hive's not going to finish. GG is called. Sirent ties it up for his team. 3-all. Why are my hotkeys not working? That's interesting. 3 apiece. As I still don't have the replay from defense, and Nasty, I'm pretty sure Nasty won that. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to cast that game because I don't have the replay. I've asked for it multiple times and I still haven't got it, which is unfortunate. One sec, he just got on. We're waiting. I don't think we have it though. Yeah, we're going to skip Nasty and Defense Strata's game. Nasty won. Not sure what happened, but Nasty won. Takes us to 4-3. Match point for Confederation. So my phone goes off. My girlfriend sent me a photo. Hopefully it is something awesome. 4-3. Vital v Woogie on Zelnaga. We shall get into this game now. Control 3, shift 4. Spawning in the top right hand side from Unrivaled, their Diamond Protoss, it is Vital. And in the bottom left from Confederation, Terran player Woogie. TVP. I admit I have watched this game, but this game is quite epic and I'm happy to watch this again. You might see in the chat, at the time of this match, it was 4 apiece. Hashtag spoilers for the last game. And this game was the deciding game for the winners of this week. Unfortunately, however, we will still cast this. And Depot first, and a very fast gateway from Vital. That 10 gate again. Like I said in that Don Jimbo game, it can mean 2 things really. It's either going to be a really fast Zealot, Stalker, Mothership Core poke, or it's going to be that really fast Oracle. Both have their merits. Barracks and Gas for Woogie. Pretty standard so far out of him. Scouting out. I like that he scouts there. Very smart to scout there. Just get some vision. See if there's any like proxy gates there or anything like that. Very smart and safe. Marine first out of the way. So probably going to be a quicker factory from Woogie. No Reaper or anything like that. It's a good map for Reapers as well. A lot of good ways to abuse Reapers. These cliffs here. These cliffs in the middle can be used by the Reapers as well. The second barracks from Woogie. Getting a single marine, then a reactor. So that's where his first lot of gas is going. As the probe does scout this out, does see. And it is that quick zealot stalker mothership core. The SCV sees the chrono going into the nexus, sees the mothership core and the zealot. So he knows what's going. Needs to put a bunker down. And should put a bunker down pretty soon. This stalker being rallied to the, probably rallied to the front. This SCV is being killed, but does confirm that that is what happening. Should see, no. This SCV out on a little adventure. There's the bunker coming down. The bunker very close to finishing in time. Hashtag nerf bunker build time. For anyone who was around in original Wings of Liberty. The bunker has been nerfed and buffed so many times, it's ridiculous. As this bunker is finishing, as there is 5 Marines here, so it's a significant Marine count. He does get that SCV, but enough Marines here really to push this back. He needs to pull this Stalker back. This bunker does finish, he does get in it, so this poke really has been thwarted completely. And there's a factory outside the base of Woogie, which is a little bit cute, to be honest. He is getting concussive shells. No marauders yet, but does have concussive shells. So SCV is off scouting just to see where the army is. As Woogie must feel quite safe, has this extra couple of barracks. As Vital does put down his Nexus, gets a robo. Probably for some observers. There is Widow Mines on the way, which is going to serve him well. There's just a single Marine in the bunker, the Hurt Marine, which is good. A Starport is on the way. And possibly for some Widow Mine drops. Scan comes down, he sees the robo, sees gates 2 and 3. Hasn't seen the Nexus yet, but can probably make an assumption that there is a Nexus. Just with these timing of the gateways, just kind of makes sense. First observer is on the way. Pylon coming down. Good pylon placement. Should spot for any drops once that's done. Probe killed out on the watchtower, so he knows this attack is on the way. Has an observer. This Nexus is finished. Does have enough for photon overcharge. This attack should be pushed away. This observer does spot the army as well. Needs to go on photon overcharge. And he does that. There is a Widow Mine here though, which the observer needs to get back here and sees it. Actually, Widow Mine unburrows, gets out of range. The observer sees all though, right out the front. Immortals are being chronoed out now as well. Is there only one observer? Pretty sure there's only one observer. So this observer doesn't see here. Sees extra barracks. There's a Starport on the way as well. Scan loses the observer. Just kind of bypasses. Good force field there from Vital. This Widow Mine, oh, it does get off and kills the mothership core. That's really unfortunate. Another warp in of Stalkers and another sentry. This is Widow Mine still alive though. Needs another observer quickly. These Marines, he probably has enough army to push these Marines back. And this observer, oh, this Widow Mine is going to get off again. This Widow Mine is active, it does kill a Stalker, weakens some shields. Did it kill a sentry as well? I think it killed a sentry. Yeah, it killed a sentry, that's massively unfortunate. Woogie is prepared, has Almost has stim, has a bunch of marauders and marines with a medivac. More mines are on the way. Still on one base. No command center in sight. He's just one basing it for days. He's posturing. This kind of little spot here makes it really hard for both players to kind of engage. No mothership core rebuilt, so it was being rebuilt on this Nexus, but this Nexus probably can get focused down. There is an Immortal to kind of buffer. Immortal does go off on the sentry again. He loses another sentry. These Widow Mines are getting some excellent hits. He has 2 Immortals, but there is a lot of stim bio. This army is pretty out of position. Focuses down the Immortals, quick, smart. Probes are being pulled, which is nice. Still has a probe lead, so can afford to lose them, but does knock this army down. It's kind of a knife fight at the moment. Both guys just going toe to toe with each other. Gonna lose this pylon, which won't supply block him quite. Needs to get some more pylons down though. Another couple of gateways added on, realizing this is going to be one base for days. Really cool Widowmine placement actually down here on the low ground. No observer, so the observer has been lost in the process of a Widowmine going off, I think. This Nexus rally probably needs to be fixed as well. Needs to get another mothership core out. A lot of chrono, but really I don't think he can chrono his robo. I guess he can chrono his gateways as well maybe, but can't really afford all that. Needs stalkers. Needs some observers out, quick, smart. Maybe sentries. Good force field there. Widowmine goes off. Not as good a Widowmine hit there. Probably just went off on a zealot. Just through 3 medevacs though, just continually heals this army up. And he's still on one base. He has 4 barracks now as well, so he's going 4 marines and a marauder at a time. He really probably can't afford all this actually. A starport, a reactor on his starport. He's going to really ramp up. Big fight coming down here from Vital. Widowmine's going off again. Loses another sentry. Just Stalkers left. Gets all the medevacs though, which is nice. Another Immortal. Another warp in of Zealots. Good snipe on that medevac there from Vital. Widowmine goes off on a real injured Stalker though, so that's probably okay for Vital to be honest. Didn't lose too many shields either with that shot. Observer repositions himself. Getting more Immortals, which is good. Couple of Widowmines. Needs some more medevacs does Woogie, which are on the way now. Just to say that. Needs to boost them up to catch up. More sentries being warped in. The problem here is like Vital can probably sentry for days, but the Terran can just lift his CC and go to another base to keep mining. Vital needs to break out eventually. He can't stay on one base. He's starting to get a little bit low. About 400 to 500 on most of those patches. Marines, Tim's forward. And try and focus down this Immortal. Observer kind of sees everything though, which is nice. Does have enough force fields to kind of force field out forever. More medevacs on the way. There's Woogie is getting close to mining out, especially. He's very close actually. Vital probably has a little bit more money in his main. But Terran can just lift. They can just lift their CC, come down here and keep mining, keep up this one base aggression. Protoss really needs to push out and get onto 2 base. It's difficult though, he's just got this contained. Snipes the observer. He does have another one here, which is good. Doesn't want to lose that, careful. So he does have a second observer. Not much gas left though. He sends out this, sees a doom drop incoming, which is nice. This Phoenix is looking to scout off down the map, see if there is a natural, because he has no idea. There's a significant amount of stim bio though. Oh, he's going to lose this mothership core again. That's super unfortunate. This rally on the Nexus is still wrong. A lot of Widow Mines going off there. Really destroying a lot of these Zealots. Good force field, but There's a lot of Terran army. He's taking an okay trade here, warping in more zealots. Widowmines do go off on those zealots, losing all their shields. His force field really helping out. Yeah, Terran player probably just has a little bit too much stim bio. It's another couple of sentries. Medevac's super weak. There's not much left here from the Terran player. There are these Widowmines, there is an observer still left. It's two actually. Warps in more stalkers. No more force fields. The Terran player is up here and he can start working on pylons and gateways. He's going to force some engagements. Vital's going to be super careful. Loses an observer. Only one observer left. Has to be very careful. He doesn't lose that. Just a lot of marauders. Probe's been pulled off the line. Vital needs to shove this back now. Widowmine goes off on those probes. 15 probes killed. A lot of Widowmine. Look how much they've done off one base. This is just crazy back and forth knife fight. I think Vital's probably taking a little bit too much damage. Down 10 workers. Down 10 army supply. Need to focus off this Widowmine. Yeah, well done. Does kill this Widowmine, so there's no Widowmines left, I think. No Widowmines left for the moment. As, like I said, Woogie is just lifting this command center to continue the one base aggression forever. As Vital's looking to push down because he can't just lift his Nexus. He is close to mining out. Probably only about 500 or 600 minerals left to mine, which is not enough. He has these force fields again, but he needs to break out, and unfortunately he can't. This observer sees this. As Woogie scans the army. More sentries being warped in, which are good. Vital, I think, he's pushing down, realizing he needs to take a fight desperately soon. Engages Guardian Shield. This Terran probably gonna look to trade this for days. Stim bio against gateway units kind of generally do pretty well. No splash damage. As Woogie pushes his back, and that could be all she wrote, unfortunately, for Team UnRivaled. He's down to a few stalkers. He's pushing this back slowly. It's just the never-ending stream is just not going to stop for Woogie, and Vital needs another expansion. He's so close to mining out. There's just two stalkers. Force field misses. Lets the Terran player up with a lot of medevacs. Pretty much all out of energy. Probes have been pulled off the line. This is probably the last fight. He's focusing down. Widowmine barriers. One goes off on the Terran player, which is nice, I guess. There's just one stalker left, and that's really not enough. Trying to fight as best he can, but it's stimmed down. More probes are going down. Good GG. Good luck in the championships. As Confederation take the victory, and they move on to the finals. Congratulations to Confederation. GG. And that's a very, very solid game. That's such a tough game for Vital. Like, there's not a lot he can really do against that. Like, he needs to break out. Widowmine's just such a good unit. And such an equalising unit for Terran. When abused like that, I think. That's not abuse, I think. But GG. Good build from Woogie. Both players really solidly prepared. Excuse me. They just yawn forever. Good games, good games. As we will show the ace match. The TVT, Doc vs Android, both good players. And I love TVT, so why not? Widowmine nerf is coming. I hope not. I use Widowmines all the bloody time in TVP. I really hope it doesn't come. As we'll get into this game. Spawning in the top right of Ohana. Confederation's Android. And in the bottom right, Team Unrivaled's Doc. Both ace players, both very strong Terran players. Should be a good matchup. Good TVT game. We shall see. I played Doc in a best of 3 and it wasn't pretty for me. I can tell you that much. Very solid player. Android, probably one of the 2 best players on Confederation as well. Hence he's playing in the ace match. Both these players, obviously, very good diamond players. Gas first out of Doc, which is nice. Gas first out of Android as well. Which is pretty standard TVT, sorry. It's going to really just open you up to those quicker factory units, those damage dealers as they were. Both players pretty mirrored so far. Doc's production probably just a little bit more streamlined, I think. But yeah, Barrack's a little bit faster, but Android has his SCVs building just that little bit faster, I think. It's really no difference though. He's way again, just being a nuisance. So annoying when Terran players do that. I hate when it happens to me as Terran as well. So frustrating. Factory coming down for Doc. There's Android's factory, just that little bit delayed, just that difference. But again, just has a 1 worker lead because of it. Just snuck in an extra worker before the barracks. There's Doc. He's going to scout with the SCV chasing the original scout SCV, which is nice, I guess. This Marine should be here to ward it off though. He scouts, he sees the factory. Probably just wants to check that there's no second gas, and he gets that scout off, so gets all the information he could ever want. He might even try and just keep this alive to be annoying, but yeah. Good scout there for Doc. Confirms the gas first, confirms no second gas yet as well. Yeah. Super good news for Doc. And a Reaper follow-up for Doc, which is interesting. Just going to get that extra scouting information, which I like that actually. Just being super safe. Really just going to confirm exactly what the tech choice is from Android. So he's getting his own tech lab actually. No second gas either, so no Raven or Banshee shenanigans I think. There's a Reaper, is in the back here. He's getting Hellions, so looks like Android's probably going to look to do some kind of Hellion drop. Nice, it looks like Doc's actually thinking the same thing. Probably with a Banshee, but doesn't quite have enough gas for Cloak or a Raven yet either. So the Reaper does come in and scout out everything. Hellions will shut it down though. Sees the Hellions of mine, so should know how to prepare. Need to get these SCVs back. There's Doc. He's getting a Widow Mine from Android. 2 Widow Mines even. Even Viking. I'm unsure the purpose of this tech lab if he's going Viking, but nevertheless. He's well spread out here for this Hellion Widow Mine drop, Hellion Marine drop as well. He's going Vikings. Never mind me. Both players are playing super passive. Android's going Viking as well. Raven is coming out for Doc. He's just playing super safe against Cloak Banshee. Not that Android is going Cloak Banshee, which he's scouted out as well. So the Raven has so much utility and potential though. It's always a good unit to have in TVT. More Hellions out from Doc, and I think Doc's going to be going mech. I think both players are actually going mech, to be honest. Mech first mech game. Command center on the low ground from Android. Hellions get up and see. Not much, see Hellions, but just with these continued Hellion production, Pretty certain he's going to go mech. Both players just macroing up, feeling each other out. Command center on the high ground for Doc. He's probably gonna. He's gonna build his factory there. Wasn't sure if he's gonna lift his factory and put it there so he can get that quicker siege shank, or if he's gonna continue the Hellion production. This is Barracks looking to scout out. Oh, that's a mistake. That's a big mistake. Losing a bit of mining time there, which is not ideal. Misclick. Blue Flame is on the way. Armory as well. No armory or upgrades yet for Doc. Still just macroing up. Getting a lot of Hellions. These Hellions are out on the map and there's more here from Android. Can take this fight. Doc needs to get away. Needs to get the rest of his Hellions together. The Android gets the first volleys off, which is ideal for him in Hellion fights. As Doc is appearing to just race up for air control, which is always a good idea in TVT. You can't afford to lose air control at all in a mech vs mech battle. It's kind of almost game ending if you do. Really hard to come back from if you lose that Viking control. Blue Flame is on the way for Doc, and some tanks. More Vikings. Android is mining from this base a little bit faster. I'm going to get that gas income going really quickly. Doc moving down, looking to take this now. There's Vikings out in the watchtower like that. Sees that he can take a fight. I'm going to use his Marines to get map vision. These Hellions just out scouting around, trying to pick up some extra bases perhaps, pick up a timing of a third. As Doc is mining from his natural. Needs to get mining on these gas geysers though, start really ramping up that gas income. Android going up to a third factory. Very passive opening TVT game. I think both players really trying to just get a feel of where they're at in this game. This Banshee Hellion does get scouted, sorry. Probably by that barracks.